Fuji circuit is quite straightforward. I enjoy racing here because of the different elevation.
After Indonesia, the team decided to change the engine. Once there, the process began. First, the engine from the donor car had to be removed. Once the body parts are off the car, they can then remove the engine. The donor car was fitted with the team's engine, and the team's car received the donor engine. Once everything has been looked over, the team will fire up the engine. Nothing hits the spot better than a bowl of hot noodle soup, and Chia treated the guys to the best ramen in town. It was an early start for the drivers. A scenic morning drive with Mount Fuji in full view really uplifted their spirits on the drive to the circuit for the free practice session with the new engine. The team wasted no time in getting Afiq familiarized with the car. The youngster is quickly fitting into the new environment, as the junior Formula winner only began his transition into GT just half a year ago. While waiting for the practice session to start, Zen Lo and Afiq got straight to work, practicing the driver change. Team manager Mai was on hand, timing the sequence and to give pointers to Afiq.
You need to start the engine, and then once I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I will release you, okay?
And finally, the moment of truth. The first practice session is underway, and Zen was the first to get into the car to try out the new engine. While Afiq waited impatiently in the pit. Not long after heading out, Zen is back in the pit, completing just 3 laps. Afiq too did not have much track time.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm at the last corner. The engine just switched off and I couldn't start the engine.
Afiq had to be towed back into the pit after a technical glitch caused an engine shutdown right at the last turn. The good news, the car is still in one piece. The bad news, the guys have to figure out what is wrong.
We had a bit of a disaster with practice, and each of us only managed to do 3 laps. What happened was we had a complete electrical failure. The entire electrical system just shut down. We had a short circuit somewhere in the car. All sort of relay issue. So really, we still trying to figure out what's the problem.
Just 2 hours remain to qualifying, and the crew needs to figure out and resolve the issue within that time. The races are in their capable hands, and if it is not resolved in time, they will be placed at the back of the grid.
But the good thing was our mechanic did a great job to get the car going for the qualifying. But to start with the qualifying, Afiq was started with Q1. Unfortunately, it was the wrong choice of tire, but it wasn't our call because the cloud of course declared it was a wet race. At that moment, we already have a slick on, but because of the declarations, we have to then quickly change the slick tire to wet tires, and with that, Afiq went out. Later, we found out sector 2 and 3 was in fact dry.
After Afiq started the session for the team, they soon discovered that following the officials' wet race declaration proved to be a bad call. The track condition was half wet, half dry, resulting in a lot of spinning action from the drivers up and down the grid. Despite having his fair share of spills, Afiq managed to maintain control of the bull.
There's not enough time for him to come back in and change to slick, so we have to put out with P6. So considering a pretty good job for a wrong choice of tires. Again, like I said, it wasn't his fault.
We chose the wrong tire, which is wet, but the weather is 50-50. It was raining for a while just now, but then it's drying very quick. So we got in the wrong decision, then just move forward and looking forward for the race.
Minutes later, it was Zen's turn for the qualifying session. As Afiq heads out to the car, he was replaced by Zen, and the crew immediately set out to switch to slicks. That was not the only thing that they worked on in the short time frame. The battery too was changed during the break.
Then came my turn. We have the right choice of tires. I went out on slick, but it was still pretty slippery because it was half the track was damp. But that wasn't the issue. The issue here was that I'm facing misfiring in the car simply because the voltage on my car was dropping. And what happened was, with the voltage dropping, my fuel pump was not getting enough current supply, and that causes the car to misfire. And changing gear was also an issue for me. It's not enough voltage for me to change gear, so I only managed to secure P8, and that's the best we can do for today. But I'm glad that everything happened today. Now the boys have a lot of work to do throughout the night, and try to figure out what actually causes the electrical issue. Hopefully we can find out the source and get it fixed, and tomorrow is another day. So tomorrow is the main race. Hopefully we do better and secure a better result.
The team had multiple discussions right into the night. The crew troubleshot and discovered the alternator needs replacing along with the disc brakes. With a lot more work to be done, will the alternator be replaced on time before race 1? Find out soon.